Okay, a very good morning to all the students present. We are going to start with cash budget. Okay, now what is cash budget? You already know, but just a gist about it. It is an estimate of cash receipts and disbursement during a future period of time. It is the receipts and payment made for a specific period of time. That is, we calculate only the actual movement of cash transactions, whatever is taking place. So this is the question. This is the sum which we are going to start with. You can see the question. Months are given, sale is given, purchase is given, wages are given, expenses are given. In the other information, firstly, let us understand the question. Period of credit allowed by suppliers. Period of credit allowed by suppliers is 2 months. Now, allowed by the suppliers. Now, who are the suppliers? The one who supplies us the good. They are the creditors. So, period of credit allowed by creditors is 2 months. So, your creditor gave you 2 months for the credit period. That means you can pay them after you buy the goods from them. You can pay them after 2 months. Next one, 25% of sales is for cash, and the period of credit allowed to customers for credit sales is 1 month. Now when you are selling the product, the customer is paying you 25% in cash, and the rest 75% they are paying in the next month. Credit allowed to customers is 1 month. Next, delay in payment of wages and expenses is 1 month, and income tax of rupees 28,000 is to be paid in June 2008. This is direct. Delay in payment of wages is 1 month. That means for the month of February, the wages will be paid in the month of March. For the month of March, it will be paid in the month of April. Same goes for the expenses. Okay. A company is expecting to have rupees 32,000 of cash in hand on 1st April 2008, and it requests you to prepare a cash budget for 3 months, that is from April to June. Firstly, this is the format of the cash budget which we are going to follow. So we write cash budget for the month from April to June as given in the question, from April to June 2008. We write particulars April, May, June. In cash budget, what we basically do, we do the receipts minus the payment. So first we calculate all the receipts, we calculate the total receipts, payment, all the payments, total payment, and closing balance will be receipts minus the payment. So that will be your cash budget for every month. Okay, let us begin with the sum. Okay, to start with the sum, firstly, similarly I have written cash budget for the month of from April to June, particulars April, May, June. Okay, receipts A. Firstly, opening balance of cash in hand, as already given in the question, that expecting to have 32,000 of cash in hand. So 32,000 firstly we write. Secondly, in the receipt sides, the first information which was given, that was related to creditors, that is the payment side. So we are not going to take that into consideration in the receipt side. Secondly, 25% of sales is for cash, and the period of credit allowed to customer for credit sales is 1 month. So for this I have done a working note. So you can also do that. Working note is there. Okay, in the working note I have taken all the months which they have given in the question. See, in the question they have started from February to June, so I have also started from Feb to June. So cash sales, they are saying 25% of the cash sales within that month only. See the question, 25% of the sales is for cash. Now in the cash, say 70,000, so 25% of 70,000 was paid in the month of February, whereas 75% or the remaining amount of sales was paid in the month of March. Similarly, 25% was paid in the month of March, 75% of this 80,000 was paid in the month of April. Now you see how we do this. Cash sales 25%, so you had in February 70,000 sale, so cash sales is of 25% is 17,500. Similarly for March, April, May, June, calculate 25% of all the sales. Now cash realized of previous month's sales is 75%. So we all know that within that month when the customer came, they paid you 25%, but in the next month for that particular period they paid 75%. So the remaining amount of February, that is 52,500, that is 75% of 70,000 was paid in the month of March, so received in the month of March. Then again 80,000 was the total sales of the month of March, for which 25% was paid in the month of March, but 75% was paid or given to us in the month of April. So again 75% of this 80,000, or the remaining amount 80,000 minus 20,000 is in the month of April, and so on. So this way we calculate the cash sales and cash realization from the previous month of sale. So here in the final this thing format, we write cash sales 25%. Now we are calculating only for April, May and June. Here I had started from February in order to make you understand. So you start from April, May, June, 24, 25, 30. So 24, 25 and 30. This one you will not understand right now. Leave this as blank, okay? Not put anything, just leave this as blank. As we complete, we will understand what is the figure that is to come here. Okay, then cash realized from debtors 75% of previous month sales. Again 60,000, 72,000, 75,000. So 60,000, 72,000, 75,000. So I hope this is clear. Cash sales and cash realized from the previous month. So we are done with the second adjustment. Okay, now okay, is there any more receipt? Sales, from sales we've already got the receipt. Purchase related to payment, wages related to payment, expenses related to payment, and income tax also related to payment. So we are done with the receipt. So now we can close our receipt. So total receipt will be 32 plus 24 plus 60, that is 1,16,000. okay, rest you need not calculate as you do not know this figure, so just put a dash and leave it. Okay, next we are going to calculate the payment side. Now in the payment, it was given to us in the question that period of credit allowed by suppliers is 2 months. When we say 2 months, that means if you are buying the goods in the month of February, that means you are paying in the month of April, 2 months, March, April. If you are buying in the month of March, your payment is made in the month of May. If you are buying in April, the payment is made in the month of June. So again in the working note I have showed creditors for purchase. Now the payment which was supposed to be made in the month of February, creditor, they allowed us 2 months extra, that you've got 2 months extra to pay. You can make the payment by after 2 months. So February's payment we are making in the month of April. So February's payment, that is purchases, that is 44,000, we are making in the month of April. Then again March's payment 56,000 in the month of May, and similarly April's payment, that is 60,000, which we are allowed for 2 months, that is June. So payment for creditors for purchases 44, 56, 60. So similarly you can write directly over here creditors after 2 months 44, 56, 60. okay, then after that what is there? Delay in payment of wages and expenses 1 month. Now I already told you for the month of February the payment will be made in the month of March, only 1 month. Okay, so February's payment will be in the March's wages will be paid in the month of April, and so on. So again I have showed in the working note wages 9,000, 9,000, 11,000. So 9,000 is actually for March, which is going to be paid in April. And again 9,000 is for April, which is paid in the month of May, and again 11,000 is for the May, which is paid in the month of June. Similarly same thing we do for expenses. If you see, you will understand. For expenses same thing. And one more adjustment we have, income tax 28,000 is to be paid in the month of June 2008. So income tax paid. So firstly, okay, before that, wages expenses we directly write, see from April, May, June, directly put this figures over here. Okay, income tax. Now income tax is what? 28,000 is to be paid in the month of June. So directly we put in the month of June 28,000. Now with the help of this we calculate. Our first column is full. First this thing is full. So we calculate total payment to be 59,000. So closing balance which we get, that is A minus B have written, that is receipt minus the payment, which you get is 57,000. That is 1,16,000 minus 59,000, you will get 57,000. Now closing balance for this month will be the opening balance for the next month. Are you understanding? Closing balance for this particular month will be the opening balance for the next month. So 57,000 is the closing balance for the month of April, which becomes the opening balance for the month of May. So 57,000, now you have got this figure, so you can easily calculate this. You can total this and write 1,54,000, and with the help of this you can calculate 82,000 as the closing balance for the month of May. Now again, the closing balance for the month of May becomes the opening balance for the month of June. So 82,000 is the opening balance for the month of June, and similarly you can calculate and you will see 79,000 is the closing balance for the month of June. So we got the closing balance for the month of April, May, June. So this is how the cash budget is prepared. I hope it is clear.